Warriors NRL fanatics here, back today with a video. And before getting into my review between the Parramatta Eels and the New Zealand Warriors round 10 NRL Magic Round fixture, just letting you all know that yesterday, it was a great time heading up to Brisbane. I had a great time. Now, I met up with the Ruin Hammer, Mark and Robert from the Ruin Hammer. And I met up with, as well, Richard Morgan from the Warrior Nation, who runs the Warrior Nation page. So it was a great event down there at the Lord Alfred Hotel LA down in Brisbane, near Caxton Street. It was great event, and great to meet up with all the Warriors supporters. And big shout out to the Ruin Hammer and Richard Morgan for running that event. It was great to see. Great to see all the Warriors supporters, and hopefully we'll see another event like that next year, because it was a great event. And also got to meet up with Mark Tukey, former Warrior. Got a picture with Mark Tukey, so that was awesome as well. So I know, look, at the end of the day, it was a great day in Brisbane. I know we didn't get the result in the game, and it was a bit disappointing, but all I could say was a great day to be up in Brisbane and watch the game and meet up with a lot of Warriors fans. So a huge shout out, and a great day to meet all the Warriors supporters. So let's get into the review of this game. Now, it was Parramatta with a very quick start, and they blitzed the opening 20 minutes of the game. Now, our 4-pack was no match for Parramatta at all. Our 4-pack was no match for them at all. And the 4-pack started pretty well. They got a try to Nathan Brown. He scored the first try. And then Marcus Sevo scored. And, Parramatta, it was looking very alarming the way they started this game. Regan Campbell-Gillard with a double. And the Warriors' try didn't come till the late in the first half. It was 5 minutes to go in the first half. And the Warriors' try came through Josh Curran. He scores. The Warriors get on the board. And going into halftime, it was going to be a tough ask going into halftime. The Parramatta Eels had a comfortable lead. Now, going into the second half, it was a try to Jacob Arthur, Brad Arthur's son. He scores his first try in the NRL in his first game. And, it just looked very alarming from there. But the Warriors managed to pull on some points in the second half. They got a few points. They got a try to Ben Murdoch-Masila. Reece Walsh came onto the field and made a bit of a difference there to our attack in the second half. At one stage, it was 28 points to 18. So, the Warriors still had a little bit of a sniff if they can score another try within the next five minutes. And unfortunately for the Warriors, the Parramatta Eels is too good on the day. And the Warriors, the second half was much better. I thought our second half was much better, but it was the first half that cost us this game. Too many points leaked in the first half. And, from there on, it was just a tall order at the end of the day. So, in the end, Parramatta won this game 34 points to 18. What can you say? They showed why, why they're sitting in the second spot on the ladder currently, why they've only lost one game. And, Parramatta, they're showing why they're contenders this season. But, the Warriors know how much work they need to do to get to that level, because they're way behind the top teams. We're far too inconsistent. Yes, we had a little bit of a better second half, but overall we've been inconsistent for the last couple of weeks. We've had some glimpses where we could do something, but we've had some glimpses where we've really been shocking. And defensively, I said it a lot in my review videos lately, that defensively has not been good, and we very much need to work on our defence. I mean, there's nothing wrong. We can score points, but defence is just not great. And what can you say? I mean, at the end of the day, we need to be working on our defence. And Reece Walsh, I'm going to say it, Reece Walsh, he needs to start. And Nathan Brown's coaching selections lately have cost us games. Last week, Nathan Brown even admitted in the press conference that his bench rotation wasn't great. He made some questionable calls there with his bench rotation, and Reece Walsh last week, and this week is the same. And Reece Walsh should have started in this game, because you look at it when he came on the second half. he made a big difference. He almost, got us to a comeback. I mean, we were 28 points to 18. We could have still made a game out of it. We could have still given Parramatta a bit of a scare, but we didn't. But Reece Walsh needs to start in the games. He needs to start next week. And if he doesn't start next week, I'm going to have a big rant about it because, at the end of the day, I mean, Cody Nikorima, look, I don't think Cody Nikorima was great at all, to be honest. I thought Reece Walsh, came on, added a bit of a spark in the attack, and, he added a bit of a spark there. But, players like Reece Walsh, he's young, I get it, I understand they want to blood him for the future, they don't want to, overdo him, but he needs to start. He needs to start. I think he needs to start regardless. I mean, you got to start him next week. I know he's not a player that's going to just win us games. I'm not saying he's going to just straight away win us the game and all that, but, Reece Walsh is young and he brings a lot of energy and he brings that spark and attack that we need. And defensively is a bit of a problem, but, Reece Walsh, if he comes on, he brings that impact, and lately he's brought that impact, but unfortunately, I don't know what Nathan Brown's going to do there, but at the end of the day, Reece Walsh needs to start, and that I've got a strong opinion on it, and I reckon he should. So, wrapping up my review now, my player of the game for this one, for the Warriors, I'm going to go with Reece Walsh coming off the bench now. I thought he was good, so I'm going to give it to Reece Walsh coming off the bench. Now, for the Parramatta Eels, I'm going to go with Regan Campbell-Gillard. I thought he had a great game. So, Reece Walsh for the Warriors and Regan Campbell-Gillard. Even Mitchell Moses had a great game. I thought he had a good game, Mitchell Moses, but I'm going to go with Regan Campbell-Gillard for Para and Reece Walsh for the Warriors. So, that is my review between the Parramatta Eels and the New Zealand Warriors Round 10 NRL Magic Round. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button on the video as well. The goal is to get to 600 subscribers and at the end of the month. And last thing I like to say is, again, I like to say that it was a great time in Brisbane, regardless of the result. And it was, great to meet up with Richard Morgan, Mark and Robert from the Ruin Hammer, and, all the Warriors supporters that came out and said hi and said, I do a great job with my Warriors Fanatics Instagram page, which I appreciate. I appreciate that people came up and said, oh, you're doing a good job, and that's awesome that people said that, and I appreciate that support. But, lots of work to do for the Warriors over the next couple of months. It's been, a bit up and down, and, that's been the story of our season so far. I mean, we can look like a team that could contend for the finals, and then we can be a team that could contend for the bottom 8. And at this stage, I don't want to be negative here. I love to see us make the top 8 at the end of the season, but right now, in all honesty, this is an honest opinion from a fan like myself that we're not showing we're a top 8 team right now. But there's a long way to go in the season. I'm not writing us off at all. We can definitely make it. We just need to fix glimpses in our game, but a huge congratulations to Parramatta Eels. Last thing I'd like to say is it was also nice to meet Nick from Australia as well, YouTuber Nick from Australia, and Entertain House, and Trevor from Shut the Gates as well. I met those guys at half time. Great blokes, and it was great to finally meet those guys, Great to finally meet Nick from Australia, Entertain House, they're very nice blokes, and it's great to meet them, and, hopefully we'll get to see them again in some time in the future. But, like I said, huge congratulations to Parramatta. Congrats to Parramatta Eels and their supporters on the victory. Well played to them, and best of luck to them for the rest of the season, because, they could definitely be a team that could threaten for a premiership this year. You never know with Parramatta. But, like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the channel, like the video, and comment your thoughts down below. What's your thoughts on this game, and did you head to the game yesterday? Did you head to Magic Round? What are your thoughts on NRL Magic Round as well? And what's your thoughts on the rules? There's a little bit of, it's been a talking point all weekend, the NRL rules and new rules and all that. And I'm going to do a separate video about that, talking about my thoughts on the rules. You'll see that sometime this week. But again, I'll also do another video. Make sure you keep an eye out for this one. It'll be 5 key things to learn from the Warriors Parramatta game. I'll do another video about that one. And yeah, also, I'll see you guys in the next one.